So welcome everyone, it's me ClashBerry, and with the release of iOS 10, Apple introduced a bunch of new features to iOS, and you've probably already heard about pretty much all of them by now. But what are some hidden features that existed before that in iOS 9 and in even earlier versions that can be very useful for you in your everyday usage? Well, let me tell you about the best hidden iOS tips and tricks that you probably didn't know about. Number 1. Smart Spotlight Search. So first of all, we all already use Spotlight Search for browsing through our system for files or apps that we want to open very quickly, or search the web for random stuff, And a lot of people also use it as a simple calculator by typing in, for example, 10 plus 10 and other easy calculations. But did you know that Spotlight Search is also capable of being a translator for all kinds of currencies and other units of measurement? So let's say that I want to know how much a dollar is worth in my currency, which is Swedish crowns. So then I simply type in $1 or 1 and a dollar sign, and I can immediately see how many Swedish crowns that's equal to, which is great. Now this works for essentially any currency out there, for example 10 pounds, 100 euros, 1000 yen, and so on. And you can also reverse it by typing in 1 SEK, which is Swedish crown, which will then be displayed in dollars. And you can also translate different measurements of length, for example 1 meter, which is 1.09 yards, or 1 mile, which equals 1.61 kilometers, and so on and so forth. And lastly, you can also look up temperature translations, for example 1 Fahrenheit, or simply 1 F, 1 degree Celsius, or 1 Kelvin. So all in all, you can do so much more with Spotlight Search than to only look up files and stuff on the web, which I think you'll find very useful. Number 2. Folders in your app dock. We all have our favorite apps placed in our dock down here that we either use the most or want easy and quick access to. But sometimes you want to have more than the standard 6 apps in there that is the limit right now, and that's where folders come in handy. Now some of you might already know this, but for all of you that don't, the thing is that you can't create a folder directly in the dock by simply dragging in another app from your home screen, which you would usually do. So instead you'll have to drag the existing app you have placed in your dock out on the app that's placed on the home screen, which will then create a new folder. And then you drag that folder back into the dock, and there you go. There you have a very simple and straightforward little trick that will save you a lot of time and space on your home screen. Number 3, 4 and 5. Safari shortcuts. So let's move over to Safari, where I'll show you 3 useful tricks that will speed up your browsing experience. So firstly, if you want to use a website desktop version on your mobile device instead of the mobile one, you'll usually have to go to Share and then scroll down here until you find the Request Desktop Site icon. However, a much easier and faster way to do this is by long pressing the refresh button up here until it says Request Desktop Site, which you then press. Also, if you have an ad blocker installed like I have, you can reload the site with the ad blocker disabled by clicking on the second text bubble here. So if you already knew that, perhaps you didn't know that you can also long press the back and forward arrow up in this corner to view your latest sites that you visited. So simply hold down the arrow that you want to for less than 2 seconds, and then your latest visited sites will pop up in a nice list right here. And this is very useful when, for instance, you want to go back to a specific page that you visited recently, but you don't remember that site specific name. And lastly, let me show you a quick and easy way to open up recently closed down tabs, just like you do with Ctrl or Command Shift and T on Chrome. So for this you simply long press the plus button, and there you go, all of your recently closed down tabs will be displayed like this. So there you go, that was 5 hidden tips and tricks that you probably didn't know about iOS. And if you liked this video, then please leave a like, and if you have any personal tips and tricks about iOS, then let me know in the comments down below. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm ClashBerry, and I'll see you in the next one.